What if I told you that the scariest horror movies aren't just scary because of ghosts, but because science says they work on your brain? Studies show that certain films increase heart rate, anxiety, and stress hormones, making fear feel real. That's why today we're counting down the top 5 scariest movies according to science, movies that use psychology, sound, darkness, and human fear responses to terrify us. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and let's begin. Starting our list at number 5 is Host, a horror movie that proved you don't need a big budget to scare people. This entire film takes place on a Zoom call, which already feels unsettling because it removes physical safety. According to psychology, fear increases when we lose control, and that's exactly what happens here. Why science says it's scary. Real-time storytelling keeps your brain alert. No background music equals pure tension. Jump scares happen when your brain relaxes. Scientists call this anticipatory anxiety. You're scared not because something happened, but because you know it will. Host also taps into modern fear, isolation, technology, and being watched, which makes it feel disturbingly realistic. Simple, short, but scientifically effective. At number 4, we have one of the most divisive horror films ever made, Skinamarink. This movie barely shows anything, and that's exactly why it works. The science behind the fear. Human brains hate uncertainty. When we can't see clearly, our imagination fills the gaps, and imagination is far scarier than reality. Skinamarink uses extreme darkness, long silence, childhood fear memories. Psychologists call this primitive fear activation, the same fear a child feels alone in a dark room. There are no clear monsters, no clear rules, just endless dread. Many viewers couldn't finish it, not because it's boring, but because their anxiety levels became too high. This is psychological horror at its rawest. Number 3 goes to Insidious, a movie that plays directly with sleep science. The idea of the further is terrifying because it's connected to sleep paralysis, a real medical condition where people see shadow figures while unable to move. Why it hits hard. High-frequency sound triggers fear reflex. Sudden loud noises spike adrenaline. Familiar home setting removes safety. Studies show that high-pitched violin sounds, used heavily in Insidious, activate the brain's threat response. And let's be honest, that red-faced demon? It appears when you feel safe, which makes your brain panic. Insidious turns sleep, something meant for rest, into a nightmare. Number 2, Sinister, 2012, 5:40 to 7:30. At number 2, we have Sinister, scientifically proven to be one of the scariest movies ever made. In fact, a real study measured audience heart rates, and Sinister ranked at the top. Why science loves this movie. Disturbing home videos feel real. Unnatural silence increases fear. No relief after scares. The found footage style tricks your brain into thinking this could happen to anyone. Those grainy tapes trigger something called mortality salience, the fear of death and meaninglessness. And the soundtrack? It's not music, it's noise designed to create discomfort. Sinister doesn't scare you fast. It stays inside your head. Number 1, The Conjuring, 2013. And finally, the number 1 horror movie according to science, The Conjuring. This film is a masterclass in fear pacing. Why it's scientifically perfect. Slow build increases cortisol. Silence before scares relaxes the brain. Jump scares hit harder afterward. Researchers say that fear is strongest when the brain is emotionally invested, and The Conjuring makes you care about the family first. Clapping hands, moving furniture, doors opening on their own. These are environmental threats, which humans evolved to fear. Unlike gore-heavy horror, The Conjuring relies on atmosphere, timing, psychological realism. It doesn't scream at you. It whispers and waits. So there you have it, the top 5 scariest movies according to science. These films don't just scare you. They hack your brain, raise your heart rate, and turn fear into a physical experience. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell us which horror movie scared you the most. Until next time, sleep tight.